Hi guys, it's Granny. I know I've been kind of missing in action for a few days. We had a lot going on in our house. Our hot water heater blew a leak in the middle of the night and nobody knew it until we were flooded in the morning. And so there was a big emergency repair. And while the guy was there fixing our water heater, I said, could you please look at our garbage disposal because we've got black mold under the sink because the thing's leaking. So he spent a couple of hours on that, and so I think we've gotten rid of that problem. We got a new garbage disposal. And, life is going on as usual today. I'm just, on my way into the store. But I'm really upset. And this morning, the false nuclear attack alert in Hawaii, it brought up so many triggers for me, you guys. It's always been like this paranoia, this terror of mine, nuclear war. And it goes back to when we were little kids in the 60s, when I was a kid. And we used to have these duck and cover drills, and they would tell us to get under our desks and cover our heads, face away from the windows. But 8 years old, I knew that was bullshit. Pardon my language, but I knew that was bullshit. That was not going to save me. So I grew up with this fear. And, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and then the Russians, and it was, one thing after another that just perpetuated this nuclear threat. So then when I became a grown-up and had children of my own, I dressed them in their little tie-dyes, or sometimes I left them at home, and I would go to protests, and you fought it as hard as you could. Nobody ever listened. Nobody ever listened to us. And here we are, still sitting here with the same fear. And I'm watching people on TV this morning scurrying through the streets in a panic and literally putting their children down into manholes, hoping that they would be safe down there. How they thought that they would get the children food later is beyond me. I don't know. I mean, how well could they even be thinking at that point? They had to be in an absolute panic. It's not right for us to have to live in fear like that. War is one thing, but obliterating whole populations of people is just, it's inhuman, it's monstrous, there's no words. And while this is happening, our president was golfing. I would assume that when a state has a nuclear attack alert that goes out like that, I would assume, and maybe I'm incorrect in this assumption, but I would think that something is immediately relayed to the president and his security team. I mean, wouldn't you think that that would kind of be automatic? That he would be alerted to this as well? But apparently he continued to golf at that time, so I don't know what he was alerted of. I really almost wonder, was he not alerted? Because if he had been, wouldn't he have stopped golfing? Wouldn't he have done something? And God forbid the things he could have done. He could have launched a retaliatory strike. Everything just, it feels wrong this morning. Things just feel wrong. So I'm not quite in my skin this morning, you guys. I'm really sorry. I realize that my last few videos, I have not been in top form. But, you know, that's how vlogging goes. You're not going to get, you know, swinging happy granny every single day. I'm just... You guys... We live in a really scary world, you guys. We just got to find the little joys, I guess, and immerse ourselves in them. Because if you think about this stuff all the time, you'll just go mad. You'll lose your mind. So, Hawaii, we love you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry we didn't put up enough of a fight in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s to overcome this threat. I'm sorry your children had to go through that fear today. Sorry you had to go through that fear. I'm just so terribly, terribly sorry. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay safe. And if none of that works, remember Granny loves you. Bye, guys.